What's up, y'all? Good evening.
Can you
How you doing?
Can you speak up?
How you doing?
The
Good
people
evening.
can't hear you.
Good evening. I just wanted to get a good shot in there. How y'all doing, man? All right. What's going on, man? We here to answer a few questions today. That's it. Leisha's not feeling too well, guys. I mean, this is something going on this time. She's not feeling well.
Anyways,
she's a little out of it. You know what I mean? So let's preface this by saying that, this is just our opinions. We don't claim to know everything. We're speaking from personal experiences and, our relationship. So, we answer these questions, it's just...
Yes. So we appreciate those that took the time to write a couple things down on the wall. I'm trying to be more interactive with you guys so that we can get a feel of what you guys want us to talk about. So we asked, what do you want us to discuss in our videos?
Definitely. Don't forget to go to the page, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the likes on the videos. Thank you very much.
So our first question is from Instagram Muscle Gangbanger.
Yo.
Oh, dude, it's not gang. I keep saying gang. I'm sorry.
Gang.
Muscle Gain Banger. Is it okay for married couples to take separate vacations?
Yeah. For me, I have no problem with it, man. I have family, cousins, my brother, friends, that the friends in my life have been in my life for years, 20 plus, 30, years. So they all know Leeisha. We've been rocking for a while, my brother. So if we want to take a trip, I don't have a problem with it. Leeisha has her peoples, her cousins, and a couple of peoples.
I have a few friends.
And they want to take a trip. They actually had a little girl trip a couple of years ago.
A
couple years ago.
We went to Savannah.
So yeah, man, it's all good, man. It's all good with me.
As long as my questions are able to be answered, because he knows I'm very inquisitive. I want to know the who, what, when, why, and where. Because there are some people that you might feel more comfortable with than others. So the people that he mentioned, I do know them a little bit. I don't really, I know.
I rock with the same people.
Okay. So I know I can honestly say I know your brother. I've not hung out or been around your cousins long enough to know.
They're my cousins.
Don't tell Sean that though.
They're my kids.
I love you.
They're my cousins.
Yeah. I think it just depends on who it is, but I don't see it overall. There should not be a problem. We mentioned, family and a few friends. Obviously, our circles are very small, so it's not like a bunch of different people's going in and around. I would have some concerns if it's some people I ain't never heard of, or don't know anything about.
Some new cats from work or something like that, or the location. If she talking about, we going to Freak Fest 2021, you know what I mean? That could be something we need to discuss, you know what I mean?
This is true. This is true. Yeah. So overall, not a problem. It should not be a thing. There should be enough trust in your relationship, because if not, that's another issue and another video.
All right.
Question number 2. Should your mate have a voice on your opinion or only be allowed to make suggestions? Submitted by Kman625.
Have a voice on your
appearance.
Appearance, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you wear.
Okay.
So I'm going to put myself out there, as this is what we do. I was very confident going into my relationship with Joe. I was out there. I knew what I had. I knew what I looked like. I thought I was cute, all that other things. But when you get into a relationship, sometimes you start to rely on the compliments or the feedback from your spouse. So sometimes when there's a lack of that, or it's not consistent, you start to wonder about yourself. So in my case, I do rely heavily on Joe's opinion or suggestions. I even tell him, I gotta look, you get that lined up right there. He does a lot of shopping for me. I've pretty much just said, whatever, I'll try it. Right. So I think you should open yourself up to suggestions and listening to what your other person has to say, because their opinion, could be an attraction thing. Like if they not feeling something that you're doing or how you're handling or carrying yourself, that may be a issue for down the road, and you don't want to deal with some lack of attraction or anything like that later on.
Agree. I think it's a respect thing, and a lot of this is about respect for me, man. Like as adults, we know, man, like females, if you in a relationship or you married and you going out with your assets all out, and you come on, man, you know what type of trouble that can bring, especially. So let's say you on South Beach or you at a club, and you just, if you on the beach, of course you got a bathing suit on or whatever, that's just what it is. But if you just walking around or going to a club and you just got everything just out, that can cause some issues, because it may not be an issue with your spouse, but you got dudes who are clowns, you know what I mean? You got dudes who are disrespectful, and the other way around too. Fellas, there's not really much we can do unless we just out with a wife beater on or something, or just no shirt on or whatever. But the type of issues that can be caused by it. Mm-hmm. So just be respectful to your spouse, in that situation for me.
Very good. So our last question: when buying a house and it's one of the person's credit and money, does the other get an opinion about the home? Submitted by Muscle Gain Banger again.
Yeah, I think
he was asking for a friend.
I think that's a petty question.
That is very petty.
I think he knows. Yeah, definitely. We don't do that. Especially not in a relationship. That's what's mine is yours. What's yours is mine, man. We in it. That's my homie. We down. Nah, of course you get an opinion. It don't matter who bought anything. For me, that don't matter at all.
There's going to be times where one person's numbers are going to be better than the other. We've experienced that. I think in the beginning his was much better than mine. Then it flipped for a second. Now we're kind of both in a good place right now. So things we have. So I think my last car was, he has the loan, but both of our names are on the title. So there's going to be times where that, it can't matter whose money it is or whatever. The house situation, yes, if y'all going to be living in the same house, y'all need to both have your opinions. You need to both have your suggestions of what you like. That's not something to take lightly. So
definitely.
But yeah, don't be petty. That's petty.
That's petty.
So
respect, man. All about respect.
Yes.
All about respecting, man.
And again, these are only our opinions,
yes,
obviously, for these questions. I do appreciate those that submitted.
No doubt. Continue to submit. We'll continue to answer. We're going to try to, depending on how many questions we get, we'll try to answer midweek. And then our other videos are going to go up on Saturdays. So
very true.
Look out for those. And thank you, man. Yeah.
Have a good night.